What's going on, family? I'm back. This is our Brothers Guardian Management Services coming back on to discuss. This word today will be about accountability. I was sitting outside doing something in the garage in the car, and it came to me. I said, you know what? Let's sit down and let's discuss this before I go inside and get busy. And you know, at our Brothers Guardian, we have 7 words. We have 3 principles: time management, consistency, and faith. But we have 7 words. I did choices. I did respect. I'm going to do accountability today. I probably won't be long on this because accountability is like choices sometimes in life. But it's more about when you do something and make a decision, own up to it, right? Which is very hard for a lot of people, especially today. It seems like lying or deceiving people is something that is just rampant in the world right now, to me. It's probably always going on, but right now it seems like a lot of people just don't want to take account of a decision that they make. You know, we all make mistakes, as I always say, but you have to be accountable for the mistakes that you made. You know, you have to apologize or you have to redeem yourself from things you've done. I be redeeming myself for things I have done and things I had, how I lived my life when I didn't know no better. But when I knew better, I did better. And I started to just be accountable for the things that I did and accepting that I did it and then moving on. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm not going to, bash myself and go into depression and all those things, because that's not going to help anything. What you got to do is be accountable, move forward, but redeem yourself from it so that you don't have to go back to that anymore. I kind of look at accountability now in this stage of my life is almost like Judgment Day. There's a lot of things in our life that the judgment of a scale concept comes into play. How good, how bad, how good, how bad. Do you get in? Do you not get in? Do you get in? Do you not get in? When we talk about heaven and hell, right? And you trying your best to get that scale to weigh in your favor, so you're accountable for it, because you already know that you can't fool the Father, God. You cannot fool him. So he knows everything you have done, but he's watching how you are changing your life and getting better, or just making better decisions and being accountable for the decisions you made and helping other people learn from your mistake. That's why I'm doing this video. Accountability is just so important in this life, that when you do make a mistake, you own up to it. And we tell our children this at an early age: don't lie. I'd rather you just tell me the truth. And that way that we can go through it. You're not going to get punished extra for it. I'd rather you just tell the truth. Well, grown-ups, tell the truth. People in leadership, tell the truth. Business owners and people that employ people, tell the truth. Employees, tell the truth. I'm saying this to you because it helps you be a better person when you can take that accountability onto yourself of things that you have done. We're going to make mistakes. I say that all the time. But you got to own up to it so you can be able to move forward and hopefully not go back and make the same mistakes. In mentoring programs, when we talk to young people about accountability, it's usually dealing with certain things that happen in school. If you were cheating on a test, or you got into a dispute with somebody in the lunchroom, and we ask you, hey, did you do this? Do you know who do this? Now, we ain't talking about people, the ratting and telling on people. But for yourself, are you being accountable for what you did yourself? That's what I'm talking about. Your accountability. I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm not talking about us judging other people. I'm talking about us looking at ourselves in the mirror saying, hey, that was wrong. I need to do better. So I'm not, like I said, this is not a long topic. I just want you to take some time, reflect on some things that you might have done wrong, own up to them. Don't beat yourself up. Don't do none of that. But what I want you to do is now start working on that accountability. As we talked about choices, as we talked about respect already, those things all come in. That's why there's 7 words we have. They all really collide with each other. But it's to put that and act it in your life each and every day makes you better and better and better to build up to where you're trying to be successful. Because it's part of being successful. Making right choices, knowing about respecting yourself, but accountability. When something goes on, people look at you like, yo, I can rely on them. Even if they made the mistake, they will tell me, and then they'll move on and do better. So as I close, this is, like I said, short. I'm hoping that these 7 words is helping you as we're going to start building and building and building after the 7 words and after the 3 principles. We're going to start going into some real structures of things that's going on in life. And I'm going to be accountable for what I say. You know, because I'm going to be factual and truthful about what I'm saying. Because I don't have no hateration towards nobody else. I just want people to understand that when we're looking at some of these folks out here and then we judging our lives, sometimes that's not the way you should go. Judge yourself on your own merit, not on other people's merit, or what they think you should be. I pray everything goes well with you today. I pray God blesses you as you move forward. I'm signing out, family. See you soon. God bless.